Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you how I do my faux freckles and also share some of the videos I've seen on TikTok for different faux freck techniques, and I want to try them out today on camera with you. So I started doing faux freckles around my freshman year of college 4 years ago or so, and it was because I've always had these eye bags underneath my eyes, and even though I get a better night's sleep and change the darkness of them, the actual shape is just a part of my facial structure. There's nothing that I could really do about that. And so I don't remember exactly what it is that inspired me to put faux freckles on, and this was long before Instagram filters were a thing. So I don't know what it was, and I realized that it was sort of a distraction away from my bags, or almost like an enhancement of it, but in like a natural way by adding the faux freckles. But I really liked how they looked, and people would compliment me, say that they really liked my freckles and ask if they were real and stuff. It just really became a part of my everyday look, so I wouldn't leave the house without doing brows and freckles. So after having done them for so long, I learned a few different techniques to make them look more realistic, or just what looks best on me, because freckles in general are imperfect. And so the good thing about that is that there's no messing up in this tutorial really. It's just figuring out what faux freck technique is easiest for you, and that it has your freckles looking the way that you want them to look. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and show you my techniques. So for starters, I have my Z palette, which includes several different shades of brown for my eyes and brows, as well as bronzer. So what I do is I grab this kind of brush. It's actually from Michaels. It's for painting paper, but I like the tapered end, so it's easy for me to just dot it onto my skin, pick up product from the pan. I'm gonna start off by grabbing a dark brown, not as dark as my eyebrows. This is the one, these two I use for my brows. I'm gonna go in with kind of like a middle shade and tap it in there, and then go in straight to my nose. I always start off on my nose and just dot that around. And obviously the first few stamps are going to be really dark, so don't be intimidated by that. Just keep going, keep using whatever's left on the product without dipping it back into the pan, and later on we'll diffuse that. This is me only using one color. This is like if I'm in a rush and I'm just trying to go somewhere and put on my faux freckles, I'll just use one color, and then I'll grab any kind of fluffy brush, go back in with my blush or my bronzer or even setting powder, and just go over that just to diffuse it a little bit, and I'm good to go. But when I'm feeling a little less lazy and I want to add more dimension to the faux freckles, what I'll do is that I'll go in with different shades of brown. It's somewhere between my bronzer shade and the darkest brown that I have, so it's like a good middle shade for me, and I'll just go in and kind of pat it. So you'll see immediately that it's a lot softer than the original color I was using, and I'll just dot it everywhere. I'll even go into my eyelid area, also up here. And so that's just one layer. It's very light. My bronzer shade, which is right here, and it probably won't show as much, but again, it's a part of like adding dimension. And then I'll go back in with this shade, the one that I use on this side, and just stamp it around. I know it looks like a lot is going on, but again, I'm gonna clean it up. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the same shade that I use on my eyebrows, which is the darkest brown I have. I'll stamp it very sparsely. I'll go back in with this kind of brush and just diffuse it. And know that as the day goes on, your skin is gonna warm up these powder products and make it seem a little more natural. In your day-to-day, you touch your face a lot, so that will rub off the powder product. So I wouldn't say that this technique is the most long-lasting, but the other ones that I'm gonna show you are. So now I wanna show you the technique that started it all, and it was with any brow pencil that I was using at the time. What I would do is that I would dot it all over my nose. The only thing is that it would hurt because it's a stick product, and so I would need to like warm it up on my hand first just to get the pigment going, and then I would like do this. It's definitely more of like a doll effect because the circles are so, you know, precise and perfect, and it's cute. It's definitely like a cute look, but it's more so doll-like and less natural. But that's kind of how it looks, and you can pack it on. Just really builds it up. So my upgrade from the eyebrow pencil was this NYX Brow Mascara. I originally bought it with the intention of using it on my brows. The only thing is that it's a very wet kind of brow mascara, so I didn't like how it looked on my brows because it left little smudges all over my eyebrow area. I just pulled it out of the tube, and you can see that there's like a little, ooh, I just touched it. There's like a little goop right there. So what I would do is that I would grab it with a finger, just kind of dot it all over my hands, all over the finger, just like different shapes like that, and then I would stamp it onto my nose and my cheeks, and I think that it gives the most detailed and natural looking freck. So eyebrow pencil, brow mascara from NYX. Because it's a brow mascara, it's still long lasting. Don't get me wrong, if you rub your face hard enough, it will come out, but it will definitely last you throughout the day much longer and keep its pigmentation as opposed to the powders. And boom. The NYX Brow Mascara is my favorite tool to create faux freckles. Moving on to the Glossier Brow Flick. So I originally bought this with the intention of using them on my brows, but I just don't really like how the applicator works on my brows. It's just not the effect that I'm going for. This product is the most long-lasting product. Like, I will go home after a long day, wash my face with soap and water, and there will still be some pigments of this on my face. So it's super duper long lasting. So I think that it's a great like beauty mark enhancer for sure. So like I have a natural beauty mark right there. I just put it on. So if you're interested in doing faux freckles but you're a little shy, just look for beauty marks around your face and enhance them. And that'll be a good stepping stone for doing faux freckles. And if you don't have beauty marks on your face, that's okay. Make some of your own, you know, really tiny, delicate ones. And I think that you're gonna really like how it looks. So I'm gonna do how I used to do my faux freckles using this product. Remember that I'm not a fan of it anymore. So I'm just putting it on. The thing is that it dries so quickly, I'm not able to really maneuver it. So it's almost like a stronger version of using the eyebrow pencil where I'm like precisely dotting it on my face. This is like the same deal, except it's much more pigmented. If you can work quickly and if you know how you like your faux freckles, it could work for you if you already had this product lying around, but I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it for this purpose just because I'm not a fan of it for my brows and I'm not a huge fan of it for my freckles. It's just me trying to use up this product because I feel bad throwing it away and I want to not be wasteful. So the latest product that I've bought from Dollar Tree is from Hard Candy, and it's a liquid eyeliner in the shade Java, which is just like a dark brown. I can do the same thing that I did with the NYX Brow Mascara, which is just dot it on my hand, and this one's obviously liquidy, so it's gonna be more pigmented. It's definitely more pigmented. The good thing is that because it's liquid, I can kind of manipulate it around to look less precise, less calculated, but you gotta be careful with that because if you rub it too much, it's gonna look like you have dirt on your face. Kind of looks like now. The other thing you could do is just dot it around. I'm gonna do it on this side, dot dot dot, and stamp it. It's versatile. It was only $1 because it was from Dollar Tree. I can do a quick wing and my faux freckles at the same time. So I want to move on to the Tik Tok techniques that I've learned for faux freckles. So the girl dips her brush into her bronzer and then sprays it with rose water, and then she flicks it on her face. So let's see if I can do this. I definitely think that it worked, but on a very minimal level. I'm gonna try to do it with a darker brown and see if that shows up more on my complexion. Okay, so yeah, it's for sure showing up, and I like this technique. I just think that it would be really time consuming. The other technique that I wanted to show you is using this stippling sponge. Hers is much smaller and she got hers at a craft store, but I actually got this at Dollar Tree, and its original use is for cleaning your makeup brushes in between shadows. I'm gonna fold mine and use this area right here, dip it into a brown. I like it. Definitely like it. I feel like this is the most detailed faux freck method. Yeah, I definitely like it, and I'm definitely gonna incorporate it more often. It just hurts a little bit because this is rough. And another thing is that it's a little damaging to my shadows. So I use this shadow and you can see that it's lost a lot of pigment. And even after blowing it away, now it has like a texture, a gritty texture to it. So just beware, you know, use, you know, shadows that you don't really care about. Thanks for tuning into my video. I hope that you were able to learn something new today, and if you decide to incorporate faux freckles into your everyday look, let me know. Leave a comment down below if you have a different technique of doing faux freckles so that I can learn from it. It'll be much appreciated. But thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.